Tyler is back to his ranch life now, following a near-fatal accident.
I was in Utah on my uncle's ranch, and then on the last night I was supposed to be there, my cousins told me that they were going to go out and get a few extra dollars delivering phone books, which at my point I thought, why can't the mailman do it?
Tyler eventually agreed to pitch in and help, and along with his cousins, they loaded up a truck with phone books.
We weren't going very fast at all, so I hopped in the trunk. The trunk was open, full of phone books in it. I just sat on there, and then the phone book slipped. I slipped when we were turning the corner, and an Ford Expedition, was speeding through the stop sign and ran me over both axles.
Within those quick seconds, Tyler's injuries were near fatal.
I remember a huge, almost like looking at the sun now, and then I saw a hand, and there was a cross dangling from it, and then it gave it to me, and then I woke up, and I looked around, and somebody had put a phone book underneath my head, and I woke up and there was a lady standing at my feet telling me not to move, everything's gonna be okay, don't move. And then I looked around and I saw my two cousins laying over there, or sitting over there crying. And then I heard sirens and I looked over there and there was the ambulance coming in.
It was a part of 2 baby colts being born earlier that morning. And so he's having the time of his life. I was excited to get the phone call. And I kind of hear a very calm, very detailed voice tell me, "This is Mike, Dwayne. Tyler was in an accident. He was hit by a car." And I said, "Okay, stop right there. Don't give me details." You know, he said he's on his way to the hospital. So I said, "Okay, don't call your sister. I'm going to pick her up. My goal is just to get them there safe. We'll deal about it with it when we get there."
While his family was driving from Las Vegas to St. George, the doctors in St. George decided Tyler needed to be flown to UMC, the only designated pediatric trauma center in Nevada.
It wasn't till probably about 45 minutes into our drive to St. George that we were just about to hit Mesquite when the surgeons called me on my cell phone, and they told me that if our son made the flight, we would have seconds to say goodbye with him. That his injuries were so severe they didn't think that he was going to make it.
Mom and Dad made it back to Las Vegas and to the UMC Trauma Center before Tyler's helicopter landed.
We were able to see him for just a split second off the elevator before he went into the trauma unit.
What I like about that part of the story is nothing was stopping his mother and I from being right there at the elevator when he was coming off. You know, we knew which elevator he was coming in from. The doctors gave us permission. Usually they don't allow that, maybe because they knew how severe it was. You know, they knew how important it was to us. The rest of the family stayed very closer to the security guard booth. And when Tyler, the door dinged, the door opened up, and Tyler's in full C-spine, you know, backboard, neck brace, IVs hanging, you know, he can barely move. And as he's passing us, he lifts up his hand, gives us a thumbs up.
Tyler presented with polytrauma with 3 solid organ injuries. He had liver laceration, kidney laceration, and a spleen laceration as well.
He also had pulmonary contusions and was in respiratory failure.
I had a grade 5 liver, a grade 4 kidney, and a grade 5 spleen, or a grade 3 spleen. And the highest they can go is 5. And then I broke C7 and T1 in my neck, which is the big bump and the one below the big bump, or above the big bump, sorry. And then I broke 22 ribs. Just to clarify, you have 24.
The first week and a half was the most critical, where his lung bruising had gotten worse, and he eventually ended up on a breathing machine with a ventilator attached to him.
Dr. Benari, she took care of him so well, and she took care of us too. She made sure we were sleeping, and when Tyler was coming off his intubation, I remember she hugged us and when he was going on, she hugged us. She told, like, I thought it was going to be the end of the world, you know, when he was going to be intubated, and she assured me that it's really the beginning, that he needed it to feel better and to get the rest that he needed. I remember Dr. Dugan's patience and his bedside manner. He sat on Tyler's bed and would just touch him and just smile.
Tyler was in the pediatric ICU at UMC for 22 days, many of them in a medically induced coma.
He was intubated for like 10.
The first 5 days, he was begging to just stop everything. He doesn't, you know, he did not want to keep going. He tried to pull out his tubes once he was intubated.
During that time, prayers and support poured in from all over the country, empowering Tyler to stay cowboy strong.
Hey Tyler, hey, it's your friend George Strait here. Hope you can hear me. Even better, I hope you can see me. But anyway, just wanted to let you know that we're all thinking about you and praying for you. And we want you to wake up and start getting better. I hear you're a good singer and a good team roper. Well, I want to see all that. So, fight hard, man.
Hey Tyler, this is Trevor Brazil. I just wanted to shoot you a quick video and let you know that we're thinking about you, and I'm going to be praying for you, and everybody I know is going to be praying for you, because I serve a God that answers prayers, and I know you're going to get through this, not only because of that, but because you're cowboy strong.
Hey bud, this is Daniela. I heard about your story and I'm truly sorry about that. But there's one thing I need to tell you, is that you need to keep on fighting. Fight hard. I know it's a tough battle that you're fighting, but you have to keep trying and don't give up. You have your family there by your side. I know they're having a tough time with this, but they're there to help you, support you, and love you through this horrible tragedy that one day will just be a memory. You got this.
The doctors told me if I was if I survived, I was going to be in a wheelchair the rest of my life. And I told them, you can watch me walk out of here backwards.
And because of that determination, Tyler's recovery continued.
I came back and he was gone. All his leads were there, his blood pressure cuff, but Tyler was not there. And so I turn around and I look, and there he is standing with Dr. Dugan. And I walked up and he says to Dr. Dugan, I'm getting out of this hospital today and you're gonna check me out. And Dr. Dugan says, well, I can't do that. We gotta set up in home care, and he says, well, who does that? And I remember Dr. Dugan pointing at a lady standing at the counter, and he says, she's the one. And Tyler walked over to her and says, you need to get my home care set up because I'm out of here.
He was discharged within the hour.
Is that in, Mama? Is that in your mouth?
Tyler continues to heal, although you'd never know all that has happened to him while watching him on the ranch.
I'm back to riding him. I'm back to riding that one. I'm back to doing a bunch of other things. I'm back to roping, I did an archery tournament at school. I'm back to playing with the goat, building houses in the backyard. I'd like to say two things. I'd like to say sorry for being so sassy, and I'd like to say thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for saving my life. Thank you for fighting with me.